My family and I love to play cards, and the new playing card dies from Crealies are perfect for upcoming guy celebrations. Hello, I am Karen Heshik of Karen's Creative Cards, and I'm sharing this video on my YouTube channel and Crealies. My youngest grandson is turning 8 this year, and he loves to play cards every time we get together. So this is what I created for him. I used the new box for playing cards, and the playing cards die itself and the playing card symbols. And when he opens this, just look at what pops out. So it is a 8 is a big deal, and it says happy birthday. I think he's gonna love it. Another holiday we're celebrating this year is this summer is Father's Day, and I created this pop-up card for my husband. The ties in this Give a Gift Card shirt man are perfect for Father's Day, and I put just for you, and then look at what pops up. It is a shirt and tie gift card holder, and I put a gift card in there for his favorite restaurant. I made a simple pop-up, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the next card that we're going to create. I have another special grandson who is celebrating a special birthday this year, and he too loves to play cards with Grandma and the whole family. So I'm going to use many of these new dies to make a special card for him and show how to make an easy pop-up in the inside of the card like I did on that other one. So this set here can make a whole set of cards if you want to, a whole deck. I'm going to do 4 aces. 4 of a kind is a big deal, is a great hand. And all you do is you can use this die to cut the card itself. But I needed 4 smaller cards because I'm going to make a pop-up in the inside of the card. So I've cut some 1 3/4 by 2 1/2, and I rounded the corners, and I made 3 of the cards already. But if you just take the larger symbol from here and put it in the center, and then you put whatever ace, king, queen, jack, 10, whatever you want in the corners, and then you can take the little symbols and add those. And of course I showed you that 8 before, so you could do 8 little hearts or whatever number you might want. In this case I wanted aces, 4 of a kind, so I am just putting the A and the larger heart and a couple small hearts, and I have the 4 of a kind. I am going to put these together for the inside of the card, and they're going to pop up. I think I'm just going to use a piece of tape to hold them together in the back. And if I think I need it, I could put a little glue on there too, but let's just see if that works. I'm going to make a square card. The card base is 5 by 9 1/2, and the inside piece is 4 1/2 by 9. I've got some tape here ready to go, and I am going to say 18, that's his birthday. It's a big deal. So that part is ready. To make a pop-up is pretty easy to do. I measured the center of this, which is, it's 4 1/2, so the center is 2 1/4. And I knew I wanted this to be about an inch and a half or so, so I went 3/4 to this side and 3/4 to this side from the center. So that's how long the platform's going to be. And then from this mark, I am going to draw a 1-inch line. And then I want to cut that through both sides. I want that to be straight. And then I'm going to take the ruler and score a line from the tips of those. So my platform's going to be 1 inch long. So I'm just going to score a line from there to there. And then we're going to pop that out. So we now have a platform that is 1.5 inches this way and 1 inch this way. And that's what we're going to pop that deck of cards, or that hand of cards, onto. So I think I'm going to, do that show? A little bit. I think I'm going to erase those lines because that showed just a little bit. I put these on here. Maybe a little straighter. And then I'm going to put a piece of good strong score tape along the top of this platform. And then if you lay these down where you want them and then press that down, that will pick them up and they will stand up. I'm going to put a little bit of glue under each of these bottoms too to hold them in place. Pop them out. It's a big deal and 4 of a kind. It's about the highest hand you can get. Then I'm going to pop this in the card. This is the bottom. One thing about that tape, it grabs right away. You gotta make sure it's in the right place, whereas of course liquid glue you have a little time to move it around. But you don't have to wait for it to set up when you have this tape. So there's advantages and disadvantages of different adhesives, right? So when he opens it, he'll see it's a big deal. He's going to be 18. On the front, I knew I wanted the number 18. And I've cut that out of a set of dies. And I thought I'd use some of these arrows to highlight that from the new Paperclip Arrow Circle and Heart set. So, you know, it's a big deal. And I'm using this Numbers and Shadows die set here. But I wanted to have some interest other than that. And so I'm going to do something I forget to do, and you may also. One way to add texture to a card front or a piece is to emboss with our dies rather than cutting with them. So in addition to cutting, of course, another thing you can do is emboss with dies. And that makes kind of like all our dies into embossing folders, which is kind of cool. Now, every die cutting machine should have a rubber mat, and that is for embossing with dies. So make sure you check your manufacturer's instructions as far as how to do that. I have right on my platform top the instructions for my Spellbinders machine, and it says platform base, platform top, and then you have your paper and your cutting die, and the cutting die goes up, and then you put a mat, and then you put the adapter plate. Now I know that this is the piece that I want to emboss with the card symbols, and just so that I know that I've got them in the right place, I'm just going to use this piece here, which is the same size. And I am envisioning my 4 card symbols to go in the corners, and they have to be cutting side up for this to work. And so I thought I would just use another piece of paper to get them lined up. So we have our hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs in the corners. And then I'm going to put this piece of paper, which is the one that I want to emboss, on top. And then I have the rubber mat. And then I have the adapter plate. And I will bring my machine in here. And I now have a card front that has the 4 card symbols embossed in there rather than die cut. So that's something else that you can do with your dies. I am going to put the 18 raised right in the middle of those symbols. Oop. And then I have these arrows to emphasize that. Let's see, maybe one going slightly down and one on each side. I think I'll add a little piece of tape on the back to stabilize those. And then this is going to go on the front of the card. So 18 with a little bit of texture there, with the embossed symbols. It's a big deal. I know my grandson, my other grandson's going to love this. Playing card die sets and alphabets can make personalized cards for any occasion. I hope my cards inspire you to give some of the ideas and products a try. Remember, the products featured are available on the Crealies website and in the United States at the Frantic Stamper website.